YouTube? I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every single time and give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. So if you enjoy that kind of content, please be sure to smash the button. You know what to do. But anywho, I'm excited to check out the most popular project on all of Kickstarter right now. It just launched a few hours ago, and it's already raised 492,000 euros. So, easily over 500k. The Silence of the Black Rose is finally broken. Rebuild the Lodge. Fight the... Oh, what's the name? It's Black Rose Wars Rebirth. So, I will say, one thing that I don't like immediately is I don't like the player count. I don't like the time length. I need that sort of information for this game. And I know they're banking all of this on Rebirth. That one word right there, like, oh, this is the expansion or the sequel or redoing of something that is massively popular, so you need to get in on it. But still, while that works right now, because there's a small, well, not small, but I mean, there's a huge chunk of people who are immediately interested in this, just as someone who's new to this project, I have no idea about anything with the game. I need to know a little bit more. Also, could we zoom in on this? Because I think I might be impressed with the size of your box, but right now it kind of blends into the background so much I can't really tell. Same with the mini. Is that mini big? Is that mini small? I don't know if maybe you're messing with the scale, because right now the mini looks as big as the box, which it might be, because that's just how Kickstarter works sometimes. Also, the flags over here we ship to, that's nice, but then we have like a little asterisk or something right here. I always think you should zoom in on this image, because this is what most people are going to see, is this, because as soon as I click here, because I actually want to check it out, and click on the video, boom, it goes away. It's gone. It's gone forever, and it doesn't come back. So I feel like you need to acquiesce your picture more towards window shoppers as opposed to the people who are going to walk into your store. This already raised $579,000. Wowzers. The Silence of the Black Rose is finally broken. Rebuild the Lodge, fight the opponent's mages, and become the new Grand Magister. And I'll be brutally honest with you. Aside from the really large number, nothing about this excites me in any way, shape, or form so far. And let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Even if you know what this game is and you're hyped about this game, just right here, nothing about this excites me. Oh, look, there's a mini. I guess it's a painted mini. It's green, so that's kind of cool. That's unique and different, you know, the painted minis. But other than that, I see a box. I can't even tell if this is a large box. It looks like... But now that we zoom in the mini, now I really start to see the details, which is why I think that this should be zoomed in, because that mini actually looks really, oh my goodness, and the more I look into it, the more impressive that mini is. But from the outset, I wasn't impressed. But as always, when we go into this, think of three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go. I bet this is going to blow my pants off. I'm not wearing pants. I'm a setting sun, but I'll never run. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. Oh, okay, so now we're seeing gorgeous minis. I'm a dead man walking. Hell's at my door. Oh, okay, now we got a game. Oh, wait, I want to see more of that. Okay. This is what I want to see, because honestly, that first 33 seconds, it looks good, but then at the same time, like, how many times have we seen a slick video for a crap game? You know, that... So it's not enough, but now I'm starting to see this. Wow, lots of details on the card. Double-sided cards on one side, so you can flip it over, which is really cool. Looking at the board, okay. We get it. Minis are nice. Oh, there we go. That's what I want to see. Whoa, 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 whoa! Is that a completely dual-layer board? Yeah, these are tiles, I'm assuming, that come together. They're dual-layered. Now, this looks hot. I want to see more of this. I want this zoomed in. I know you're going to go in more detail in it. But honestly, I'm sick and tired of the minis porn. That's all we're watching right here. It's just minis, minis. Look, slick graphic design, cool video. I want to know more about the game. Nifty. Oh, here we go. Get it? I still get it. I am seeing tons of cards in that shot. I will say, that right there. You know what? I don't give a damn about any of this. These could be replaced easily by little cardboard tokens, but that, my friends, gets me excited. Okay. And there's the box. Do I have a sense of scale for the box? I think I do. I think it's like a Quad Heroes size box. So Ticket to Ride size, but then maybe double that kind of style box. But hopefully you give me a little bit more of a firm grasp, a little bit on. Okay, do I want it? There's always the three questions. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? None of those really, I don't know. Do I want? No, I don't feel like I was told enough in that video. You showed me cards. You showed me minis. Gameplay-wise, I don't know. Player count-wise, who the hell knows? This could be a solo game for all I know. You haven't told me anything. So I still need more convincing. Now, granted, I'm sure I'm going to get it because this already has 3,849, and hopefully, I'm going to guess it's because the first game was so popular, and I don't even know where it's ranked on Board Game Geek. This is normally the kind of thing that I take a look at, but this is a primetime one. I just got done watching Civil War with my family. So, 1 to 4 players, ages 14 plus, 90 minutes to play. Okay, Rebirth. Oh, so as always, want to check over here. This is going to help us with the Can You Do It? 10 created is an indie hobby game company who publish board games, card games, and miniatures games. LMS has earned a reputation for its successful funded Kickstarter projects. Nova, Sign, Black Rose Wars, thanks to solid gameplay, top quality game components, highly detailed plastic miniatures, and beautiful artwork. So right now they're saying, we got a pedigree, don't worry. And then we got 1, 2, 3 backer kits, not going to do anything, but 3 people here who are going to help us in the updates in the comments, so I love seeing that. And then let's check it out, make sure these things are released. I doubt this one's going to be released. This is their more recent one. But let's check. And why do we do it here? Why does Divided Imperial? Why do we, like, look at this main image. I can clearly see the player count and the time link. And I can see language free, colorblind friendly. There's so much more information I can see off that. I feel like, okay, so it was canceled at one point. Interesting. Okay. All right, so right now we're just making sure these aren't a flaming dumpster fire in the comments section, making sure these games are out, because you want to see how many games they have pending. As promised by this update, we'll make a more detailed look at the final version of the Meeple. So this is not out yet. So they currently have 2 projects unreleased, and oh dear God, this has 10,000 comments. But it did raise $1 million, so maybe things aren't terrible. But we always want to check. You always do your due diligence here. Big guys, so 49 comments, that's not flaming dumpster fire. Pledge Manager updated miniatures. Okay, so, and I will check. I don't think it's going to be a flaming dumpster fire, because normally that sort of thing bubbles up in your updates. But that's currently 3 things we have out pending that are not out. Jesus, 12,000. So they are really, whatever they're doing on the customer service to get that many number of comments, that's spectacular. Granted, this is an older project. Based on the last update, I'd at least give them to the very end of August. I'm just chilling here waiting, since this is the only Kickstarter. This is not the only Kickstarter with delays. Oh, so this isn't out either? Owie. So how many are we at here? We're at 1, 2, 3, 4. Black Rose Wars. This one, okay, so I'm assuming this is what spun off this. But man, that's, okay. You know, when you compare it to a company like Simon, who has way more games out, I guess it's not so bad. But still, you know, these are $500,000 games, $1 million games not out yet. That worries me a little bit. So this one has to be out, right? This presumably is released. It's out. People play it. Be ready for the rebirths. 9 comments. I'm curious what those 9 people said. So what is it going to be? What do we got? Oh, so this is where you're telling me more about the game. I'm still waiting for my Hidden Thorns expansion. Will you get the components right this time and pledge to provide updates when you get them wrong, so I can't just buy the dividers? Oh, wow. I like how you guys completely ignored... Oh, I guess that was 3 hours ago. So that is fresh anger right there. So can you do it? Take that one with a grain of salt. Yes, they can do it. This game, obviously, I'm assuming is released. Oh, but just make sure... Comments, 50,000. That's a lot of comments. Will we have the opportunity to get a storage box? I just took it. Yeah, so pretty much if this was not out, people would be like, what the hell are you doing the expansion to the game or the sequel without me having mine? So, can you do it is a yes, but you're probably going to have to be waiting for a damn long time, which on Kickstarter you're kind of used to, I suppose. All right, so, what's up, Raider fan? I can't even tell what that emoji is. What is it? Oh, it's a hand. Okay, got it. The Lodge is destroyed. The order of mages governed by the Great Magister is but a faint memory. The magisters of the various schools have died or have chosen exile. Man, wow, that tells me nothing. The Lodge is destroyed. The order of mages governed by the Great Magister is now but a faint memory. The magisters of the various schools have died or have chosen exile. Why is that what we're leading with? Like, I get that maybe that's connecting the original story, I'm going to guess. But let's be honest, how many people who are here have played the original story and have gotten to the end of it? I'd be very interested to know that. Okay, a generation has passed since... Oh, but there's more. You should scroll and read. That's what everyone says to me. I really should do it. A generation has passed since the coming of Lucifer. Oh, the devil. His defeat is an event that only a few people remember. Ordinary mortals trace the events back to a massive explosion that took place in cold winter night, probably caused by a little clandestine distillery. Little do they know, only the mages involved. Those few who survived know what really happened inside the once grand palace, but the Black Rose still lives! Ha ha! Well, as someone who doesn't know anything about your game, none of this makes any sense to me. A feeble voice, almost a whisper, echoes in the air like a distant call. A magical force still pulsates from the rubble. It says, "You're buying this for pretty minis!" I mean, what the hell? Black Rose Rebirth is a competitive fantasy game of deck building, strategy, and combat. Okay, deck building, cool. That's what we're into, and that explains that humongous mound of cards, which actually gets me more excited about the game. Deck building, strategy. Well, I'm glad you specified it's strategy. I thought that first that there was no strategy in this game. Like, can we get rid of that word? Can we get rid of... I feel like we know. And combat, set in the hectic universe of Nova Aetas... Don't know what that is, in Italy for 1 to 4 players. Each person is one of the powerful mages of the Black Rose Order who aspire to become the new Great Magister in order to acquire the mighty power. Okay, so 4 people fighting to be the one powerful one. Got it. Each mage has its own disposable 6 schools of magic, each with its own strategy to annihilate their opponents and increase their power. Wow, I'll take information that should be in your Kickstarter video for 400, Alex. Oh no, it's not Alex anymore. Tier. Mages fight each other in a modular arena of hexagonal room tiles. They summon powerful creatures, cast destructive spells, or devise dark deceptions with their enchantments. So it sounds like it's a 1 to 4 player Mage Wars-esque game. Hot diggity dog, that gets me damn excited. Are you ready to fight and become the new Great Magister? Yes, but not from your video, from this text. Alright, so 48 hours. What is this? The avatar, so you get... This is the one with the mini, the one you're really spotlighting. Jukas is an iconic figure from the universe created by Ludus Magnus Studio. He appears for the first time in Sign Torpor. He makes a leap in time while fighting against... So I'm guessing this is from a different game. That's the thing. And I'm guessing... Is that a Santa suit you are wearing? I don't feel that Santa should be the only person who's allowed to wear a suit like this. I'm taking the fucking look back. Deal with it. I've had it. Hundreds of years. All for him? That's not okay. Jukas is the first avatar we're showing you. Others will be unlocked through this campaign, each with its own personality. AI. What does that mean? Oh, so it's artificial intelligence, so you're going to be able to play it with the solo mode? I guess avatars will make games with your friends more... will make unpredictable, and they give you a new way to play solo. Now this... Oh my goodness, this gets me excited. So it's going to be adding pretty much an NPC, a little AI that's going to come around and, I don't know, whacks you or heals you or something like that. That's cool, that's exciting, and we're going to unlock more throughout the campaign. Yes, this is how you get excitement. This is how you get buzz. And everybody says, you always say you should put things up way higher. You should put things up higher. This is the kind of information that I believe should be higher, at least for now. Once the early bird's gone, then you bump it back down. But this is exciting. This is a reason for me to back right now. Fear of missing out. Don't want to miss this, and I don't want to pay 10 euros, partially because they didn't convert it for me, and partially because I'm a cheapskate. Alright, game's key elements. Why can't we get straight to the price, though? Okay, so hopefully they show me the price here. I still haven't been convinced of the game yet, but I'm getting caught. I'm getting caught in the frenzy, in the whimsy. They're creating an exciting Kickstarter space, which I believe is the key to running a great Kickstarter, because right now, I'm not sold on this game gameplay-wise, but what they've told me, it's like, ooh, I want this. The minis are just a nice little window dressing. Deck building and powerful combos, cool. Turn planning. Don't you do that in every game? Like, what does that mean? Resource management, okay, and that's where we see those dual-layer boards with cubes going in it. Oh my gosh, cubes going in it. That gets me excited. Black Rose Wars is part of the universe of this thing. Cool. Love it. Don't beat around the bush. We get to the price, because do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Those are the only 3 things that really matter. Core game plus all unlocked stretch goals, 129 euros. Quick, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. If this were on GameFound, it would convert to US dollars as well, or Chinese yen, where if you were in China. You should do the same thing, especially considering most of the people who are going to be shopping here are from the United States of America. Let's go double check. Yes, 1,200. So... double that of Germany, so why don't you throw us a bone, convert it for us. Box content, the mages. Okay, and I know it will do that over here, but still, you should do it too. It's just a nice thing. So here's the mages. You can play as one of 4 of them, and that's cool. I like the witch. All right, zoom in a little bit. I think this should be a spot where we zoom in just a smidge bit more. Like, I just actively just want to go... Especially if you are holding your calling card on your miniatures. Once again, 40 millimeters, that doesn't mean much to me. I know it's industry standard for minis, but still, tell me the inches. The locations, 3 Negredo, so these are slightly taller than the other ones. Okay, and I do like at least that you're mentioning the measurements. At this point, I'm just nitpicking, but still, it's a good thing to do. 3 Colossus, 8 Cadavers, 3 Succubus, 5 Totems. So right now we have the long, scrolly, sexy shot of everything in the game. There's a reason this is industry standard, because it makes you want to buy the game. It shows you all the different components. Once again, I'd like us to zoom in just a little bit more, especially with how nice these minis are supposed to be. 9 Umbra. Oh, and there we go. That's what everybody loves. This is getting me more excited than anything. Oh, yeah, the bases. You know they love the bases. Cubes, rings, cardboard components, 19 rooms. Awesome. 4 cells. Boards, power board, event board, because right now they're trying to convince me 129. So how much is that? 152. Wowzers. That is, whoo, that's a lot. Okay, so I need some convincing. Power board, event board. We got cubes, 4 mage boards, 4 mage cards, tokens, various different tokens, and then cards. What's the number of cards? 36, 36, 36, 36, 36. So that's 180, 216, 226, 236, 239, 242, 245, 248, 248 regular size cards. That's a good chunk of cards, especially for a deck building game. And not to mention, they have a good deal of information on these cards. Once again, that's why I'd zoom in just a little bit more. And I'd say 248 full-size cards. And I see these cards and I say, wow, that's a lot of cards there with all this information on them. Boy, howdy. What's this? Oh, those look great. 10 reference cards. I love it. And I'd love to see that zoomed in as well, because reference cards, they make the people hot. Mini event cards, quest mini cards, 12 mini cards. So we got 30, 60, 100, 131 mini cards. That's a decent chunk of mini cards for upgrades. Iocation, don't know what that is, but it gets me excited. And boy, howdy, that's why we like that long scrolling shot, because right now I'm convinced I want this game. I think it looks really cool. $152, still a bit of a price. So hopefully we get to the shipping sometime soon, so I can figure out that. Unless it's listed over here. It's not going to be listed over here. It's never listed over here. Yeah, not for board games. That's product design. Typically, they do that. Not in board games. I wish they would, but I know there's a lot of different things with shipping now. To reward all the backers who support this project, a series of stretch goals are planned that will significantly increase the value of the game, adding components, miniatures, and variability. Well, here's the thing. I almost feel like I should already know about that. You know what I'd like better than text telling you about the stretch goals? Just pictures of these oh-so-glorious stretch goals, which we are absolutely crushing already because, yeah, look at that. 4 times your money. So how about less words and more shiny pictures of the stretch goals? Looking at the first Black Rose Wars project, you can easily see the relevant economic difference between supporting the crowdfunding campaign and buying all of its parts later through our online store. However, don't look at any of our campaigns since then. Supporting Black Rose Wars Rebirth also gives the opportunity to obtain Kickstarter exclusive. I shouldn't say that, I guess, as long as they're handling their customer service. But for some people, I think just knowing that they have, 3 or 4 outstanding big projects, it's just a little bit scary when you realize how many big games have they actually done. Like, what is it, 6, 7? I said 10, but, 4 of those outstanding? It's a little dicey. Black Rose Wars was created by the volcanic mind of Marca Montaro. I don't understand why he said volcanic, but okay. And developed by the Ludus Magnus studio team, the game excellently blends deck building, mechanics, resource management, and movement action planning with the addition of tactical and positioning components applied to a stunningly beautiful game board. Every single element is studied in detail. Okay. In full Ludus Magnus style, this achievement is continued with... Oh, is there supposed to be more text? Or ... or something? I don't know. Choose your favorite mage, your favorite school of magic, and prepare for the challenge. Okay. Like it. Build your grimoire by adding new spells from all the schools in the library. Awesome. So it does have a little bit of a Mage Wars style thing where you're going to be constructing, what's going to be in your deck a little bit. Oh, no, I guess that's the deck building. Is that what we're talking about here? Is this the deck building? I don't know. Decide and plan powerful spells from your hand to defeat opponent mages, summon, and yada, yada, yada. This. So if I wanted to know more about the gameplay, it'd be great. Clickable? It is clickable. Awesome. I just need a video. I need a video and I need stretch goals. And I want those, I really need the video. I think a lot of this is going to be based on that video for most people, because $152, that's a lot. That's a big ask. Especially, it's a big ask now. I'm sure once they start hitting minis, it's going to be just a no-brainer. To thank all the backers who put their trust in our work and bring this game to life, we have provided a series of exclusive stretch goals that will increase the value and variability of the game elements. Irene's Quest. Irene finally returned back to Lodge to those every day. What is this? Oh, this is a new update. Every day, a new update will give you indications on what Irene sees and hears during her exploration. You'll help Irene to explore the ruins of the lodge. You will decide her destiny. Okay, we're getting here. And this is what I really want to see become the new industry standard, is the gamifying of Kickstarter pages. And if you want to see someone who's doing it really well right now, go check out Flamecraft. There's a reason that one took down Avatar for a couple days and it was #1, because they were doing some really exciting behind-the-scenes sort of stuff. And this looks to be where they're doing that, so I'm excited. How are we going to help Eileen? Click the image and choose wisely. Well, okay. Okay, what is this? Daily stretch goal. So there's 2? Are we... Oh, I see. You're so clever. You're taking me to the updates where I bet they're going to tell you to leave a comment and make your vote, which is why they have, let's see, how many people? 318 comments. Because as you know, I say it all the time. All you got to do in the updates. Everybody's like, how do you make a great update? How do you make a great update? You could be insightful, you could be informative, you can tell people about updates, you can tell people about stretch goals. But if you want to do it the easy way, just ask the people a freaking question, and you're going to get way more engagement than anything else you're going to do, most likely. So I love the fact that they're like, hey, you want to know more about the stretch goals? Go right here, and I immediately am just, I want to read this update. But we can't do that. Well, no, because I need to know about the stretch goals. All right, I'm going all which ways here. All right, important projects like this one would never see the light without your help and enthusiasm. For this reason, we will never stop thanking all you for the trust and support you have already shown us. Now that the first milestone has been passed, let's start to have fun. As you may have noticed, the early bird pledge will be available for the first 48 hours of the campaign. It includes an old acquaintance in the universe. First intro, okay, I get it. I'm here for the stretch goals. Okay, if you're wondering what an avatar is, don't worry, we'll begin. Okay. Furthermore, so is our custom, we have numerous surprises in store for you. With a new stretch goal system, have more fun together during the campaign, which tells me they were probably doing something interesting in their previous campaigns as well, which would explain why they do so well. They're building brand loyalty because their Kickstarter page, it's not just a Kickstarter page. This is a spectacle. This is an event. You're going to want to come back. You're going to want to see what kind of stretch goals they are. This is the system. I'm excited. Furthermore, you'll be called to wear the shoes of Irene, a young mage who returns to the now-destroyed lodge after living there when she was a child. So she has entered the lodge because you're funded, I guess. Yeah. Based on her location on the map, we will describe the surrounding areas. You will choose what patch to take to discover new stretch goals to unlock. Every day you will face a different choice. Oh my gosh, this sounds exciting. You cautiously enter the lodge, the dense vegetation that surrounds the building. Okay, I'm not going to go through all the theme, but I am very excited. Which direction do you take? Will you follow the stardust towards a distant memory east, or the melody marked by the dancing... oh my gosh, people are going to vote on which way the story is going to go, and then they're going to put that story element into the game. That's so freaking cool. Post a comment to this update to choose the direction by 4 p.m. tomorrow. So there's even fear of missing out in their update section. Oh my gosh, I got to get there before 4 o'clock so I can put in my vote and see what the stretch goal is. This is spectacular. This is so good. This is so good. Thank you again for the stunning fire starter, and as usual, Fireball! I don't think that was actually a Pitbull reference, but that's where I'm taking it. I meant East, Dam, West, and look at this. Look at this. The Kickstarter algorithm right now is just flipping its freaking lid. It's like, oh my god, this project is amazing. Everyone is talking in the updates. We need to bump it to #1, which is why it is currently far ahead of the $6 million Avatar RPG. It's little things like this. So freaking kudos. That's how we capture buzz. I love it. I'd like to see the stretch goals higher, though. Would I even... Yeah, especially considering you're doing something so off the beaten path. I think that's just going to get people excited. All right, Spot UV, Odin. I wish you told me the amount as well when you unlock this. I just feel like that's like... And let me know in the comments below. And I'm actually going to make this a poll. Would you rather see the price there, or would you rather not see the price there? Because I think it's just cooler when you get to go on the journey. It's like, 200,000, 220,000, 240,000. So we got 10 command card, 10 command card, second moon, 10 command card, first moon. Boy, howdy. Once again, none of that means anything to me. So this is a mini. Oh, so this is a new character? Holy shnikes. Is this a whole character? Need price breaks. What? Can you go a little bit more detail? What do you mean by that? By needs price breaks? So I think this is a whole new character you can play as, maybe. But this is why I need more details. So then Cassandra at 525k, which we're hitting tonight. It's already been hit. Well, here's the thing. Oh, it's going to be in euros, but still, convert that to American dollars. I guess it's nice. I don't know what this means. I don't know what it means, but I'm already excited. I'm excited. Mastro Peo, untouched by events. Mastro Peo continues underturning his business. Oh, so now we're into add-ons? Wow, that was weird. That was weird. So I always complain about, you know, how high or low things are on a page, and I just feel like it just makes so much sense to have your add-ons right next to your pledge levels. Like, just have a nice, clean shopping area. I would like to see this higher, as I always say, but it's just... Well, you know what? Let me know. Where do you think the add-on should go? I just assume it should be one-stop shopping. So Playmat, which I'm very unimpressed with, because you decided to make it so small it looks like it would fit in a Mint Tin game, which I feel like, once again, can we zoom in? Oh, cool, bowls. Look at that logo of a thing. Oh, man. I bet that's made out of something. You made this look like what? Oh, it's a rose. I bet it's a rose. I bet it's a rose. But still, 250 black sleeve, 250 white sleeves, 50. So the sleeves. Card holders. Okay, do these fit in the box, I hope? Art book. Like, okay. So we have previews, and you have to click on them. Okay. I don't particularly like that. Well, I don't dislike that. Let me rephrase that. I think you need the quote, though. Like, because your whole goal of having this here, I think, is to kind of sell the game. And so why did Good Time Society presumably like a game? And what am I clicking on? Is this a preview? Is this a game? No, these are all previews. But then again, people use the word preview so willy-nilly. This could be a gameplay video for all I know. It's 14 minutes. Okay. Cool. Whatevs. Preview. Dice Tower. I know this one's going to be a preview. Run through. So this is going to be a full game of it, though, correct? Yes. Hour, 6 minutes. Spectacular. Final thoughts. On-table board games. Unboxing. Don't care. Something coming soon. Ready, steady, play. Once again, tell me what these are. Oh, so this one's an unboxing. See, that's what I said. They just kind of throw... So they do let you know. They do let you know. Final thoughts. Okay. Okay. I'll give it a pass there. I still think quotes would be good here. There's a reason why most Kickstarter pages have quotes, and that's because they're just little bite-sized... Do you want to click on these videos? I don't want to click on any of these videos. I just want a little bite-sized thing to say, yeah, go spend $150. So I feel like it's a little bit of a missed opportunity not to have that there. All right, so stretch goals based on money pledge. Isn't that what we're doing here? Oh, so they're not actually doing stretch goals? Are these just... No, those are stretch goals. Yeah, those are stretch goals. Okay. Maybe they're doing daily unlocks and stretch goals, because quite honestly, if you got peanut butter, why not have chocolate? And that's just another reason for people to come back. Just make it more exciting. But then again, that is a little bit of a bugaboo. I'm not quite sure. And once again, I would know for a fact if you left the price there. If I said, oh, at 200,000 we unlock this, at 300,000 we unlock that, then it would be very clear and evident that those were stretch goals. But I guess the first campaign added so many minis from stretch goals that the production was a complete nightmare. The shipping got ridiculous, and we ended up with a horrible plain box for some of the stretch goals. And that's the kind of thing that you want to know. And I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing because that doesn't surprise me at all. You know, and that makes me, that just makes me worry just a little teeny extra bit more about the fact that there's 4 major projects that they still have out. Now, granted, you know, 5 years ago, that would be like a kiss of death. But now it's just like, oh, shipping sucks. COVID sucks. Like, and so it's harder to see which one of those it is. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, because, man, I really like how a lot of this Kickstarter page is ran. Here we are, Polish backers. After the first collaboration on Black Rose Wars, we are proud to announce that Saka Games and Ludus Magnet Studio have joined their forces to bring Black Rose Wars... Oh, Polish, cool. Art behind. We got stuff about art. Focus on minis. Great. Oh, here we go. Once again, I'd like to see converted into inches, but whatevs. I don't feel like most people... Oh, whoa. Okay, so these are painted. Cool. Look great. Team, awesome. I could tell. A lot of polish here. A lot of people. External team. Shipping. Why do we bury it so low? Why? Just why do we do it? Like, is the shipping less important than any of the stuff that I've scrolled through in, like, the last 2 minutes? I don't think so. Drives me nuts. One day I will change the industry standard. All right, you will get your core game, all the unlocked stretch goals, and add-ons around September 2022. So, before I looked into this project, September 2022, I'd say, okay, that's right before Essen. Maybe it gets pushed back, goes to Essen. You know, that's the end of the summer type deal. Gen Con release potentially. Cool. But now, after seeing that there's 4 games out, I'm like, September 2022, really? So you're going to put out 5 games before next September, pretty much. Or was it 3? I don't remember if it was 3 or 4. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. EU countries. Rest of EU, 34 euros. United Kingdom, 33. 29 euros, which, once again, we can do some quick math here and say that's going to get us to about 40 bucks. So it's a $191 game. Wow. Whew. That's a hard pill to swallow right there. That's a hard pill to swallow right there without some quotes. Oh my. Alright, so the shipping, did we cover VAT? Let's see. Nope. Doesn't say anything about VAT. Hopefully it's down here. The above rough estimates for shipping. This means that there could be differences between the shipping prices listed here and the Pledge Manager. We understand that maybe some of these prices seem high, but the current final situation with the shipping, yada, yada, yada. These estimates are based on an estimated final weight of the Rebirth box. Keep in mind that adding optional buys or additional plan levels will raise the weight of your pledge and may also raise the final shipping cost. The USA, European Union, will be shipping-friendly backers, so there's no VAT. Please also note that games shipped to these countries also include VAT for the rest of the countries you will have to pay. So, UK, Canada, Austria, European. Wow, I'm actually really curious why Germany is so hot on this then, if they're going to have to pay the VAT. Or where is Germany? $29. Yeah, because Germany was the number 2, I thought, on the most people backed. So and Germany's been getting a lot of really good shipping rates lately. That was a heavy lift. That's a heavy lift given what's going on in the world today. Yeah, that is. That's 5 games. That's a lot. Or 4, even if it's just 4. Please know there's a new wave of COVID hits the Chinese factories and the shipping industry next year. The delivery has to be affected beyond our control. We kind of expect that. Table of planning. Oh, okay. This I do like. This is transparent. And so we do. Oh, wait. So this, so we only have 2 games out. I thought we had 3. Interesting. Maybe I mislooked it, but either way, I do like the fact that they're transparenting this a little bit, that they're being transparent about it. That's always nice to see, and I'd love to see this be the industry standard. It looks like a Jamie Stegmaier thing, and actually, it looks like a Weird Giraffe Games thing. Give them a shout out. They're doing something really awesome with their something. Just go shout it out. It's like Bowers Game Corner sent you. It looks like a cool trick taking game. Questions about the projects? Check out the FAQ. Okay, so we end with that. So. What is the regular price? $821. What? Oh, so this is for the... Okay, that's if you want to get this for your game store, 6 of them. So $192. Am I $190 convinced? No, I'm not. That's a really hard price to ask here. For... Hell or Nothing Productions provides similar updates. I like it. I'm going to check them out. What language will be available? Will the game be played available in Polish language? Yes. Is this the project? Okay. When can I add? So one thing I would recommend here, go look at Reload from Colossal Games, how they handle their FAQ section. They have it tiered, so it's like says different things. Always the best way to run an FAQ is to organize it, I think, a little bit better. But still, it looks like a serviceable FAQ area with useful questions. It's not like, how do I back on Kickstarter? Which for this project, I imagine is not really necessary. So we got the rules, and I immediately hate the rules, because you're going to beat around the bush before we get to the setup. Okay, setup, but here's what I want to see. Lots of pictures, lots of illustrations, lots of examples, and that's what I want to see right there. Awesome. Looks like a solid quality rule booklet here. Look at all that. Look at all that. A, B, C, D. Love that. That makes me feel more comfortable. But doesn't make me feel $192 comfortable. Updates look exciting. Comments look exciting. And I'm sure as they unlock more stretch goals. So here's the other thing that I would highly recommend is now that we are starting to unlock stretch goals, put those in that long scrolling shot where you show me all the components that I'm going to buy when I back the pledge and have the Kickstarter unlock, which I'm sure they're probably going to do. But it just adds value to the game. Because right now, I feel like that's your biggest fight here. $192. Wow. Just here to say how goddamn awful the first version was. How terrible job you did with production and shipping and everything. You guys are clowns chewing way more than you can handle, and I will never back anything from you again. I even canceled my pledge for Dungeonology and received the game anyway. That's the sort of clowns where they're dealing with here. Stay away. Put your money somewhere else. Bye, Felicia. First game was amazing. You've got the super bagger tag, which means you should know delays are a thing that happens. Shipping went fine once it got moving, and the production value and gameplay are top-notch. You sound like a troll with a very negative and pessimistic attitude, so have fun with that. I'll enjoy being happy and playing BRW. So I think there is a middle ground here. I'm sure this game will be cheaper at retail unless you're one of those people who FOMO on things. That's a solid point. If it goes to retail, which, I don't know. Do they mention it if it's going to be retail? Why is it as completed as the second wave from the first... Why it's as completed the second wave from the first Kickstarter of Black Rose War? I'm still waiting for my language pack. Oh, so this is someone saying, hey, you didn't complete shit. You still owe me something. And that's okay. And once again, I thought there was 3. I only saw 2 there. So maybe they're being a little bit dishonest there. And by no, there's no maybe. That's just dishonest. I want to go back. I want to see exactly what it says, because now that kind of rubs me the wrong way, because there was an internal decision made. Like, you got to look at it from that perspective. Someone sit down and say, should we mark it as completed even though we technically have some stuff outstanding? If that's the case, that rubs me the wrong way. So the second wave, it just says flat out completed. Production. Oh, the shipping isn't listed. Oh, I'm a noob. Man, I can't read. Okay. So they did show that 3 people. Okay. Congrats on the successful game. Just want to say, please allow $1 backers access to the pledge manager. Lots of people might have the funds now and back $1 to get updates and follow along. Perhaps consider a $2 level if needed. I would also highly recommend that from Board Game Revolution, especially if you're having stretch goals that are that exciting. You want more people to be able to come in there and comment, because I'm pretty sure you cannot comment unless you back the project. First timer for BRW. I'd like to see/understand more about how solo works for me to stick around. That's another really solid point. That's another really solid point, because going back to my original complaint with the video, it felt more like minis porn than you telling me about the game. And while they did a spectacular job of just getting me caught in the whimsy of it, now that I'm going through these comments, I'm like, oh yeah, I do kind of want to know more about that. LMS, can you give any assurance to skeptical Dungeonology backers that those mistakes, especially shipping costs, don't repeat here? So once again, I want to specify something. This is someone from a completely different campaign saying, oh, I'm excited, but you guys screwed this up. And then up top, that's someone else from the original campaign saying, oh, I'm not giving you my money because you screwed up the first time. And while I know they're helping out thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and you need to look at it from that perspective, you can't just jump to conclusions because you see 3, 4, 5, 6 comments. It is something to take note of, you know, because this is a big chunk of change. $190 for one game? You know, I get it, it's minis, it's going to have 1 billion boxes, but still. We learned a lot from old projects, and we grew up, ... Okay, and now we have a new bad CEO who whips us when we make mistakes. I just got a personal touch. This is the first time in the project I've gotten that personal touch. I wasn't expecting it to come in the comments, but it makes me like it. What about shipping time frame on Dungeonology? Ooh, that's a good one. Look at new stretch goals section update. Okay. That's the other thing that I do want to comment here, and this is why I think it's so great to have collaborators. It keeps your comment section popping. It lets you respond to things so they don't just boil up, so more people don't come on. Ugh, always the shipping costs are killing everyone. Better just be upfront about them. This one, though, just even before we got to the shipping, I was like, this is a pretty big ask. This is a very different kind of dino you got there. We'd be able to get the existing card from the first Kickstarter as part of this. That's the other really surprising thing that I was expecting them to say, and now you can get the complete everything. Not during this Kickstarter, sorry. Disappointing. Yeah, that is super disappointing, and also very surprising, because at the very minimum, you could just be like, hey, it's not going to ship with anything else. It's going to ship completely separately. You're going to get jacked on shipping with this one. I would at least, you know, it's just, you know that a lot of the people coming here, hundreds of those, probably, you know, maybe 1,000 would probably be willing to go buy that first one. You know, it's interesting. It's an interesting choice. I hope they explain why they didn't. Disappointing. I'll hang on to the pledge for now to lock in the early bird reward, but I'll probably drop it. It's hard to be excited about getting only half of something. What? Is this a standalone expansion? What? So now I have more questions. And because I have these questions, okay, surely this one must be covered in the FAQ. How does this game relate to the original game? That's an important question. I already own the material of the first. Why should I participate in this new Kickstarter? Oh, this is great. Read the next comment. Oh. Just read. Joel, this isn't half of something. This is a standalone expansion. Oh, but they didn't actually respond to it. I hate when that happens. I think that's because they use the Kickstarter app, because it just makes it so obvious when you respond. But anyway, this isn't half of something. This is a standalone expansion, meaning you don't have to own the original in order to play and enjoy Rebirth. It's like something it's like saying I can't enjoy a peanut butter sandwich because we have no jelly. Peanut butter tastes great but you get the hell out of here. I love peanut butter as much as anybody else, but I'm not trying to eat sand. You need some jelly or something. But anywho, completely off topic. This is a standalone expansion. So once again, if you're selling me a standalone expansion and you know you're going to hit millions of dollars, why wouldn't you publish the original? It just, like, from a business perspective, that seems like a bit of an odd one, and maybe it's because they are biting off so much right now, but I feel like there's a lot of money left on the table. Just, I'll give you another example. Imagine Dwelling of Eldervale from Breaking Games if they did just an expansion for that. It was just a standalone expansion, just as big, just as massive, just as epic, but they didn't offer you the original game. You'd be like, what the hell are you doing? You're leaving so much money on the table, which they already are by not doing the Dwelling of Eldervale expansion, but that's a whole other topic. And it's just like, why? Not nearly really half of something as a standalone. I missed the original campaign and bought the original all-in BRW from eBay. Do I qualify for the free card dividers for previous backers and late pledgers? No, sorry, Sked. The dividers are a gift for those who helped us during the past Kickstarter, but don't worry, they will be available during the pledge banner as a light add-on. Why did you just winky face me? FYI, Dungeonology was estimated to ship April 2020. Ow! Ow! Okay. Okay, so it's not terrible. Let's look at that from the realistic perspective. April 2020 was right after the world just went absolutely bonkers. So if we just assume that the project was already delayed, because that's pretty much what happens to every Kickstarter, the project got extra delayed. But still, that's you telling me September 2022 now just rings a little hollow. I have backed many of your other projects on Kickstarter. Does this change anything, or is it only for previous BRW supporters? Are the add-on card holders, bold playmats, are they the same as the ones for the first campaign? They're the same. I would like to know why this version has been made. What is the idea, and what do you designers think this new version gives us that the old one didn't? Because I can only see very small differences, and do not know why I should back this as an old backer. Still no co-op mode? Still the same, you need to do a plus a little extra now in the new version? Oh, man. That's... okay. That's interesting. But why did you make this version? So, this is very similar to the original version, which does worry me a little bit. I want to see the response. If BRW were a TV series, Rebirth would be Season 2. If you already have BRW material, you can add new mechanics by mixing the two games in any way you want. Personally, I love the avatars. In my opinion, they're the heaviest novelty that give the games a completely new dimension. Wait, the avatars, do I get avatars? I thought I only unlocked an avatar. Maybe I'm unlocking an additional avatar. Almost as bad as Madara, March 2021, but at least they're not launching another campaign. I think that was sarcasm there. The avatars are the main reason I put in an early pledge. I might downgrade later, particularly. So these are people who have the original who are getting the avatars. Is there a video where you can see how the avatar system works? So the main thing that's new and cool and different, you're not even really spotlighting? That's an interesting choice. New to Black Rose Wars, and I understand that no previous content is being sold in this Kickstarter to go to the web store, but going on the web store is a mess. The game itself isn't in stock. There's a tons of things that are last copy only, but I don't know if I need them or no. The Chrono Minister is almost sold out, but says it doesn't include the Chrono expansion, which is nowhere to be seen on the web store, and there's an error, and there are any plans on a Kickstarter 1 all-in bundle being offered through the web store. Well, yeah, so respond to that. Respond to that. I mean, you respond to everything else, Luca. Get on that, too. New to Black Rose Wars. Okay. No stretch goals. Yawn. The last campaign was second only to Kingdom Death 1.5. Hope you have good stuff for us. No stretch goals. Prepare yourself for some juicy surprises. Okay, so they didn't tell us about this. Why are you hiding the stretch goals? That's so dumb. I don't get that. If you have stretch goals, say we're gonna have stretch goals. Don't hint at it. Don't beat around the bush. And in fact, what are you talking about? Weren't we going to find stretch goals before? I don't even understand what's going on. I backed the new Nova Aetas, and through that learned about BRW. I tracked down the Kickstarter version, Sator box, and brought them along with Hidden Thorns. Now managed to get a hold of Inferno Cryptos. Any chance of being able to put them in the Pledge Manager? I also guess I don't qualify the returning or backer thing. Richard, I do not think there's a returning backer bonus, only the 48-hour. The FAQ mentioned there are card dividers, so they didn't even respond to that. Okay, so they responded to some things, not responding to other things. What are your shipping costs for Switzerland? Okay, looking forward to this one. So... that's a lot. I just took in a lot in that comment section. I feel like I was doing good. I was just walking along saying, this is good, but the price scares me. And then just BAM! It's like, oh. So, do I want it? Yeah. I really would like to see a how to play video. I'd like to see, that's the other thing. If this is so damn similar to the first one, why haven't I seen any review quotes? Why haven't I seen any reviews of the original? Especially if this is very comparable to the original. I don't feel like you're doing enough work with the quotes and getting me I feel like the weakest part of this is the do I want? No, can you do it's getting on the weaker side too. Yeah, the do I want it? Like what? So where's the original one ranked? Like, all right, let's go. Black Wars Board Game Geek, because this is really going to tell me a lot. Rose Wars. Let's see how it's ranked. It's 8.1. Wow, it's currently the number 392 strategy game on all of BGG. Now that's something I'd spotlight. Rated an 8.1 on Board Game Geek. I honestly would put that on the main image. I think that would do a whole world of difference there, because I don't feel like you're selling how good the game is nearly enough. You're focused on the components, you're focused on the minis, that rulebook looks great. So do I want it? Yes. I do. I think it looks like a cool game. It gives me some Mage Wars E vibes, a little bit lighter, but that's fine. Can you do it? That one is a little bit of a concern there, because there have been numerous companies that have kept launching more Kickstarters, and then they're launching Kickstarters to pay for previous Kickstarters, and to hear them having so many shipping issues in the past, when shipping issues now are the industry standard. So that's like magnified. Like, you were having shipping issues before, and now you're like that. That scares me. Hopefully they've learned, but still, can you do it? I'm in like a C- here. I'm like, I mean, there's other Kickstarters with tons of minis you can invest in right now that feel a little bit more comfortable than this one. How much is it? Price, I don't like the price. I think the price is a rough one. And once again, that's because I don't really feel like I got a feel for how many minis were in this game. Let's go back and rewind. So how many minis actually are there? There are 4, 7, 10, 18, 21, 26, 35 minis and 300-ish cards for $190? No. And I know they're going to hit a boatload more with stretch levels, but it's still, that price, not a fan. I'm also giving that one a C-. So overall, my final grade for this, and this one's a really difficult one for me, because I will quite literally be mentioning this Kickstarter in the future for how they're handling their updates and their stretch goals. At least not the placement of their stretch goals and not how they do a lot of their stretch goals, but the general idea. Who's ever doing the social media, you know what? I want to give a shout out now, because whoever's doing that, I feel like they're doing absolutely spectacular. Maybe it's Marco, maybe it's Luigi, Marco, and probably Michael. Top notch, spectacular. It's dragging this grade up from, what would I say, a C-? I think I'd give it a C- to a C+. C+. I don't feel comfortable. I would honestly watch a gameplay video, see if it's a game for you. It's just, I don't get that feeling of comfort that I get from CMON or other big companies doing massive minis games that are going to hit, millions of dollars. But that could easily be solved by just a few games coming out. So in the end, I'm going to give this one a C+. That's Black Rose Wars Rebirth. Let me know in the comments below what grade you giving this project. Have you played the original game? Actually, you don't even need to answer. Don't answer that. Don't tell me. There's always thanks for your time, YouTube. No, do tell me the one part. Tickle my Kickstarter algorithm, my YouTube algorithms.